Hi everyone, my name is Taku. Welcome to my show. This is an apple and these are chickens. I had to throw them a little bit of seed because I think they were a little bit camera shy and they didn't want to come out. They were hiding behind their coop. So you might be asking, what does an apple and chickens have to do with teaching me about manifestation and a feeling of lack? That's a good question and I'm glad that you asked. The other day, I cut open an apple similar to this one, not this one because it's not cut open, and it was rotten on the inside. So I started to cut out the rotten bits and throw them to the chooks. And then this question raised itself in my head and it said, why are you the person who eats rotten food? You don't need to eat rotten food. There's no reason for that. It's not like, this is a zombie apocalypse and it's the only fucking apple between here and Timbuktu. Why are you eating it? Ooh, and I thought, ooh, shit, good question. Then I thought back to my friend Ange, Kurukaanga, who told me once upon a time that doing stuff like that is about feelings of lack, not having value for yourself and all of that sort of stuff. And sorry, Ange, but at the time I thought, no, it isn't. I don't like to waste food. You get brought up as a kid being told about being grateful for what you get, and even though this might not be the best thing in the world to eat, at least you've got something. There are kids starving in Africa, Tanzania, wherever, that are not getting any food that you're getting, and you need to eat it, whether it tastes like shit, whether it's rotten, or whether it's not, and be fucking grateful for it. And you know what? I grew up with that story. And apparently the children in Africa would be really grateful to have what I was having. And you know what? They probably would be. But it's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility if other people anywhere are starving. Me eating rotten food isn't going to stop them from starving. So that was one of the things that I sort of mulled over and decided, you know what, you're right. Me eating rotten food is not going to stop anybody from starving. And if anybody wants my rotten food, just put your hand up and you can have it. So then the second thing came and I thought, I'm going to give this whole apple to the chooks and they can eat it because they're chooks and chooks like apples and they like food, so why would they not? And then I thought, if the chooks eat the apple and then they convert it and then they do their chicken thing and they lay eggs, then the eggs go to the family who own the property that I'm on, which means that inadvertently this rotten apple feeds a family of 3. And I thought, oh yeah, that's awesome. And I get a benefit from that as well because I'm on a property and having some really great spiritual experiences and doing a lot of contemplation and thinking around these limiting beliefs that I've had all of my life that were instilled by my parents, thank you. And every other generation prior to that, thank you, and getting these great realizations. So then I thought, well, what if I don't have chooks to feed my rotten apples to? Then what do I do? Well, you just feed them to the ground because there are other bugs and insects that will take advantage of a rotten apple and they will convert that into energy for themselves. And as they convert that into energy for themselves, they will go around and maybe they eat decomposing animals, but to be able to eat decomposing animals, you have to be able to have energy. And they also aerate the ground as they go along as well. And aerated ground, as any good farmer or grower knows, is mostly really important to the growth of vegetation. So my rotten apple goes to feed all these bugs and insects. They either eat decomposing stuff, which feeds and puts fertilizer into the soil, or they aerate the soil, which helps things to grow. And growing things, like these beautiful big trees around me, they put oxygen into the air. And I get to breathe that shit, How good is that? So this rotten apple, I don't know whether it's rotten or not, but a rotten apple either feeds a family of 3 or, and lo and behold, she's got a post on Facebook today, she's selling her eggs. So she actually gets some money from this, not this rotten apple, but a rotten apple. So some way or another, This is all about how everything intertwines with itself. Now, I'm not saying, just go and waste it. I'm not even saying anything. All I'm saying is this rotten apple and those chooks over there taught me a really valuable lesson, and to stop eating rotten food, particularly when I don't need to eat it. I mean, come on. And you're all a part of the energy and a part of the circle of life. So take a load off yourself. Get rid of those limiting beliefs, the ones that were given to you by your parents and their parents and their parents and their parents, and further compounded by society itself. Feed the apple to the ground if it's rotten. Oh my God, what a terrific lesson. Anyway, that's my show for the day, and we'll have more videos about how I've come to be okay with money, because fucking telling you what, it really does make life a hell of a lot easier than not having it. Trust me. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye.